vlog and stuff. This is like a normal day in the life of a homeschool mom. It's not like I didn't know that she was kind of feeling under the weather, but I thought maybe it's just overtired. Just giving you guys a little update on what is Gab up to. Is she back in school? Is she currently being homeschooled? Or going away for school? Hey fam, Sarah here. Welcome back to the channel. We just got in from homeschooling co-op and then I stopped and did a little mini grocery run. We're having a rough start to the homeschool week. Well, this is week 2. We're having a bit of a rough start because we already have a little one that is feeling unwell. So we almost did not make it to the co-op today because she just wasn't feeling that well, and so kind of trooped it through, and I'm glad we did so we didn't miss something already. I'm also glad that we are starting activities, but they haven't started yet. They're about to start in the following week, so I'm glad that, like, whatever it is, hopefully it subsides before formal like, you know, active activities begin. That way she doesn't start missing a class early, because I mean, life is unpredictable. These things kind of come about and we don't expect them you know, to just kind of come up into our plans. Being sick is not fun. Anyways, if you watch our grocery hauls, you will see that we do our big grocery hauls usually at, you know, at Costco and stuff like that, and then sometimes I kind of compile them together where I'm showing the little itty-bitty stuff that we pick up at the local grocery store, usually the next day or two, sometimes 3. Today is Monday, and so we did do our formal grocery shopping on, oh thank goodness the fan just went off. I don't know why that fan is so loud, but it is loud. So today's Monday and we did do our formal grocery shopping for the family, and that's what we call our big family shopping, because it is when we try to get majority of the things that are suitable for a family of 7. Things in bulk, things that will stretch and go a long way, things that we can put in our storage that we don't have to run to the grocery store for every 5 seconds, that are just very much essentials for our family, especially for a big family, because it just makes sense. It does save money and it saves time as well. Then the other days are just days when we will pick up little things that we might decide to, you know, sometimes you make plans for your meals, which is very helpful during the homeschool season. Planning what you want to eat out ahead of time is actually quite essential. It's very helpful to help your homeschool year go a little bit smoother, especially when you are doing homeschooling and activities and of the sort. Planning is helpful. However, we have our moments where we fall short in terms of, like, not necessarily planning. Sometimes you just don't want to. Other times you do, and you just change your mind. You don't want to eat what you said you were going to make. Sometimes you're just a little bit exhausted, you're burnt out, and so you kind of decide to do something a little bit more convenient, and just all these types of things that will have you going to the grocery store. And sometimes it's just plain old, I need something that I don't need to buy in bulk, that I won't buy in bulk because it doesn't make any sense. Or sometimes the product that I would prefer to buy in bulk, even if I could find it in bulk, simple things like sodium count means something to me, and so I will just buy it individually at the local grocery store. This all said, I have a little mini haul and I'm going to show you guys what I just picked up. So like I said, if you watch and see like what we usually buy for groceries, it's kind of interesting sometimes to see what we pick up outside of that haul. Because lately the kids have been loving Alfredo sauce. They keep asking for it. They love Alfredo pasta. So usually I buy the original. This time I picked up the 4 cheese. So I was in there getting it for this lady because she was too short, she couldn't reach it, and it was like all the way on the top shelf. So we ended up I ended up getting it for her, and in the midst of that I was like, you know what, let's try something different, because I've been loving it with the kids as well. I picked up 2 jars of those. I grabbed coleslaw, what do you call it, baby spinach. I love the baby spinach because I can fry it in an omelet. I should be more conscious and try to incorporate more iron-based fruits inside of my diet, including greens. And I also want to see if I can sneak it in the kids smoothie. But we'll see how it goes, because I know it alters the taste and color. So it'll be like we'll see how it goes. Maybe just a little bit at a time. It's like a little bit is better than none at all. So yeah. I also picked up this tomato and basil sauce. I don't know if I've tried this one. Ooh, these fruit flies are so annoying. I really don't know if I've tried this one. I usually buy the one that I wanted to buy, or typically buy. They were all sold out, and then they kind of had this other one that I would pick up periodically, but it wasn't the same. It was like the thick and zesty tomato sauce, but this one was thick and zesty, hot and spicy, or spicy and something. And while I might try that, the kids aren't too partial to that. Basically, to make things work around here, how I operate with that is, yeah, how I cook and make it work for my kids is just I cook it basic, and I will add like a lot of external pepper and stuff like that to season up mine. So that's the good beauty about pepper. You can add it after. You don't have to incorporate it in the meal itself. I also picked up some sweet potato. This I could have grabbed at Costco, but I actually forgot. Another thing that we typically get there, but because, you know, when we get it there, I think you get a little bit more, but it's usually more expensive, because I did get this bag for $3.99, and typically when we get it, there's like $8.99, I think. We haven't bought avocados in a while because a lot of the times they're not good. And that's obviously a problem, because what is the point of buying avocados if they're not good? You're not getting to eat them. Last time I think I threw out like 4 out of the whole package, which, yeah, just defeating. It's very defeating. So I just kind of took a break. I also grabbed some bananas. Yeah, we also picked up some shredded cheese. This pack is actually pretty small for our large family. Typically we want to buy a bigger package than that, even though I think the one at Costco is like, it's like a double pack. It's still, each package is still a little bit bigger than this one. So I'd rather buy that because it goes a much longer way, but we forgot that when we were there. Then I also picked up some cheddar cheese, just some cheese to munch on, and bananas. And that's it from this little haul. Today I'm actually planning on doing a little bit of, I'm trying to organize my homeschool cart. It is a hot mess, but let's see if I get to it, because in terms of other things, trying to manage our house with homeschooling and all that jazz and activities, it's a fresh new start, so we're just trying to make it all work. But I have laundry. Look at this, guys. Baskets of laundry all piled up right there, waiting to be folded, because like I said, life is busy between we got kids back in school and kids back at work, and honestly, it's even to get the help to necessarily fold it isn't always there. But Gabs is here, and I know she usually helps me with this too, so I'm gonna tackle this to get this out of our formal living room. And then I also have to just get our homeschool area back together. So yeah, just a lot of boring, mundane things, but they're everyday things that you need to do to survive, especially when you're a homeschooling family. In order to thrive in a good, clean environment, there's just a lot that goes into it. And then I also have to cook dinner. I have to cook supper. And tonight I'm thinking we're gonna do the pasta. I was gonna do spaghetti and meatballs. This is what I actually went in for, and I picked up all the other things. The total for the groceries, by the way, was about $44. So added it to, if I add that to our recent Costco grocery bill, I think it was like $400. And then I don't remember the pricing for the other stuff that we picked up outside of that. It was all over the place, but yeah, gotta try to stick with the budget and just stick to plans and not do too much, because when we start doing stuff like this too, sometimes you can wind up with other things that are left unused or because there's just more to keep track of and more to use up. But the beauty was that in that haul, if you notice our last haul, I didn't buy a lot of perishables because I'm super mindful of it. Every time I just don't want to waste a lot. So these things that I did pick up were very much essential. hear that, but that's the ice machine going in the current moment. I just discovered like a banana that looked perfectly fine, but apparently it was open and was just spilling everywhere, and I think it kind of stained my unit a little bit, my storage unit. Anyways, glad I caught that before it went behind that unit, because that thing is super heavy and I didn't want to have to move it. But every year I clean that unit out, the bigger unit, and kind of try to make it a homeschool storage area, and we do use it like that for the most part. But I still feel like, after thinking about things that didn't get used in the unit, I'm thinking there are things in there that I could probably get rid of that we just didn't use, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Gab's here. If you guys are trying to see, am I zoom in? No, right?
No, right?
Gabs is here. If you guys are wondering how she's home, because this is her last year of high school, I did tell you guys that, or she's done her last year of high school, so she's home for this year because she's doing a gap year and she's gonna be working and is currently job hunting. So that's what she's doing, and she's currently writing and finishing up her book. You know what, speaking of which, I just saw a conversation this morning about like children's book, because that is her niche. She's writing for like middle grade, and I was reading something about people saying like since like ChatGPT, the middle grade and just like children's books area has been saturated with a lot of junk. So it was talking about like looking forward to like future authors who, you know, writing like solid books that kids will love. And then I thought of you. I was like, that's pretty cool, because that's what you're doing. And I know right now, like, I know with being that myself and Shar, like even Gabrielle, we read a ton, but like she was thinking like the middle grade area, sometimes it doesn't get any, we don't hear any sound. We don't hear any sound when it comes to it. It's like such a quaint, quiet area, but for young novels, YA novels and adult novels, they get so much attention. So sometimes I think it can be a little bit discouraging. But it is what it is. I saw that and I heard that this morning. I thought that was actually really good and positive. So yay!
Doing it for a reason.
Exactly. But yeah, just giving you guys a little update on what is Gab up to. Is she back in school? Is she currently being homeschooled? Or is she I don't know what else, or going away for school. So she's taking that gap year. Her elder sister did that as well and is currently in her second year of nursing school. So yeah, time flies, and that's kind of, it's very interesting, like with all these different changes, because you're home this year and Shar is at high school on her own.
This was like a really weird year. I just don't think we ever had like a year like this.
Well, no, you couldn't have. It's like you got one that's like out there in the work world. Why are we stomping our feet, sir?
Sammy doesn't care.
We have one out there, like basically in the work world or in university, because she works and does school. And then we still have one in high school, and then we have one that just finished high school and is also, while taking a gap year to figure out what she wants to do, like academically, she's pursuing her real dream and passion. So ideally we would love to see her dream come to fruition, and it's just all about like persistence
and time. I think
time,
a lot of
time management. Wow, why is everything competing for attention in this house?
Yesterday I was supposed to have finished a chapter, and now I'm gonna have to probably like bring it over into this. So I'm probably gonna finish this chapter after another chapter today.
Okay.
That's what I should do.
So Zoe's over there taking a quick little nap, and while she's taking a nap, I'm gonna just do the quick little cleanup of the house that I want to. While I was away, I did have our robot vacuum do its thing, even though I'm back and I'm like, what did you do? Because I see some little patches, which I can grab my broom and do, and I finish up. But I came back, I was expecting to come back to like spick and span floors, but you know what, it did what it needed to do. I think it died when we weren't here. But one little thing I have to do before we go, I don't know if you can see that, but I put weights. I do put weights along the parameters, certain parameters of my couch, so it doesn't get stuck underneath it, because I will come back at times and find it jammed well under the couch if I don't block it off. So thank God that happened. Thank God I did that before, and I used my big weighted bar to do that. So glad he wasn't stuck under the couch. But that's what's up. I'm gonna go take care of the laundry real quick with Gabs. We're gonna try to spot clean and just give the house just a little tidy up so I can make supper, and when supper is made, then the evening is kind of ours, because the little one, we do have a little bit of work to finish up from homeschooling, but honestly I don't think we're going to. We'll see how she feels. It's just a day. It's just been a day, y'all. And more discouraged because this plant came in looking so lush and lovely. My girlfriend gave me this plant and I'm just so sad. I feel so bad. Like, I'm really working at it. I've moved it from different locations, from another location to this one, in hopes that it's gonna get direct sun, but this is what's happening. And I'm trying to, maybe the soil is a little dry right now. I'm gonna try to water it. And then I also have this one that I need to mend because Zabby just kind of uprooted it yesterday. I just gotta soak the soil a bit and maybe find some new earth to secure it. Yeah, he just really destroyed this, and this is one of my favorite plants that was actually thriving, and now it's, look at it. So not happy about that. It's been an eventful day, to say the least, but we're still here and we're still gonna keep going. So I woke up this morning to realize that my daughter wasn't feeling very well. Last night she was already complaining that her throat was hurting her, so it's not like I didn't know that she was kind of feeling under the weather, but I thought maybe it's just overtired. That said, I sent her to bed a little bit early. I'm gonna be doing laundry while I'm talking to you guys because little man is potty training, and while he's doing a good job, sometimes we still just change stuff, and you know, he doesn't really have accidents for the most part. But anyways, long story short, I got stuff in here that I gotta throw in. But yeah, so this morning I woke up, I kind of thought she would have felt better, and she really kind of did not. But needless to say, we still pushed through to go to our homeschooling co-op because it's only week 2, and this is like the strangest way to jump into homeschooling, but these are things that we can't predict. No one wants their kid to be sick. I'm sure my child doesn't want to be sick, and it's just not fun. So we pushed through though, and we went, and I'm glad we really did, because I don't want her to start missing stuff that we actually commit to. And we did commit to this group. We've invested into homeschooling curriculum for this group, so it's essential that we go. I'm back now, and I did try to clean up a little bit before I left the house. There was just a lot to get done before I left. Oh my gosh, these fruit flies are driving me nuts. We're dealing with some fruit flies right now, and they're driving me nuts. I'm gonna be making a mix or something, because that last time that worked, I have a racket and I set it up, and it's just like, oh, so satisfying when they fly into it. But outside of that, it's just so hard to capture them otherwise. So I'm gonna have to mix that again, or ask one of the girls to mix it. But before, when I was leaving out, I cleaned up the house a bit, because I really hate coming home to a really messy house. So I really try my best. Like, honestly, I have to be fine with it sometimes because it is what it is, but I really tried. So I try to pick up the living room, and that's the area where we kind of go to first thing in the morning. The little kids will be over there. I kind of go over there and do my little thing and not reset, but kind of get the day started. And little man will play with his blocks, and the baby girl will start off by reading a book. And of course, there's always the, can I watch TV? And it's like, no. So I usually have to unplug my TV. That's like a daily ritual. So I had to do that, and of course those things are played with. They had to get put away, cleaned up, picked up. Just there's lots of laundry waiting to get done. Anyways, now that I'm back, I gotta throw in the rest of the laundry, and I'm just gonna kind of do a quick little 1-2 pick up around the house. And just clean up real fast and get supper on, and then I'll feel like I can breathe because and I'm doing something very easy tonight. It's spaghetti and meatballs. The meatballs are frozen, yes, don't judge me. The spaghetti doesn't take any time. Like, it's one of those dinner days that I'm happy with. I'm okay with that. This is a regular day with homeschool life. Like, I want to say like cleaning is separate. I like it, like even like when I make these videos, I want to say I separate them and make them completely separate, but it's just so hard because at the end of the day, like, this is a part of everyday life. You gotta clean and spot clean and do all those things as you're going through your everyday life homeschooling. So I'm just kind of really sharing like a day in the life of a homeschool mom. Honestly, I don't even know where the camera cut off, but I think I was trying to say that while I try to separate cleaning and I don't want to like integrate it in the vlog and stuff, this is like a normal day in the life of a homeschool mom with toddlers and older kids too. Messes get made. This is just, you know, when your family is a certain size, messes get made all the time and you have to be on top of it. And so not a day that goes by can I really just, I'd say, just sit or not ask for like, hey guys, let's get together and do our cleanup. Yeah, we kind of have to do it on the daily because you don't want it to get completely out of hand, and there's still messes. So anyways, enough talking. I'm gonna throw in the laundry real quick, and then we're gonna fold some clothes, and then we're gonna do a bunch of stuff just to kind of clean up the house. So come along with, and hope you guys are enjoying this vlog.
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the night. And I can feel the sun on my skin. This morning has a clearer light as any to see the horizon and the fire. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when I feel the wind on my face, all that ever was is a blur. Good